Olá, boa noite. Eu sou o Biribó, hoje estreando jogo novo no canal. Runaway, uma aventura na estrada. Mas antes de apresentar o jogo, corrijo informação que dei errada ontem no final do God of War. As marcas de corrente nos pulsos de Kratos não são de prisão, mas sim pela amarração das lâminas do caos, lembrança eterna de ter vendido a alma a Ares, o deus da guerra original, depois sucedido pelo próprio Kratos, que o matou. Agradeço ao Escovinha, que fez o alerta a respeito. Agora sobre o jogo. Runaway, uma aventura na estrada, é jogo da pequena desenvolvedora espanhola Pêndulo, lá lançado em 2001. A tiragem americana veio 2 anos depois. As críticas são bem divididas entre os que adoram qualquer obra que dê sobrevida aos adventures e os haters, que arrasam os jogos que não sejam sequência dos já consagrados, deixando de lado até o fato da Pêndulo, na ocasião deste jogo, ter apenas 9 pessoas para todo o trabalho. Só para comparar, o God of War que a gente acabou, os créditos da equipe técnica duravam mais de 30 minutos passando na tela. Gente que não acaba mais para a produção de um jogo. Foi difícil, nesse cenário, encontrar uma resenha serena, apontando qualidades e também os defeitos do jogo, sendo a mais próxima, no meu entender, a de Gordon Applin, no site mezzomagic.com, em outubro de 2003. Resumidamente, diz ele: Runaway, na maior parte, é uma jornada divertida e cheia de acontecimentos. Tudo começa inocentemente quando Brian Basco, um estudante de física de 23 anos, sai de Nova York para Berkeley, na Califórnia, para iniciar o doutorado. Por capricho do destino, faz um pequeno desvio para pegar um livro, e daí se mete em apuros na forma curvilínea de Dina Timmins, uma animadora de boate que sai correndo de um beco bem na frente do seu carro. É um jogo em capítulos, começando cada sessão com Brian narrando a história com cenas divertidas. Traz a cota de aventura tradicional. Você deve ajudar Brian a superar obstáculos, explorando locais, conversando com pessoas e descobrindo como usar os itens que encontra. Alguns quebra-cabeças são malucos, exigindo esforços suaves de imaginação. É importante ouvir as personagens para descobrir o que pode persuadi-las a ajudar. Nem sempre os pedidos são explícitos. Há muita coisa para fazer e pensar. Brian frequentemente oferece dicas, mas aventureiros experientes estarão à frente dele na maior parte do tempo. E vale a pena ser metódico. Saltos intuitivos são bons, mas você não pode fazer o que quer até que Brian tenha a ideia. Isso significa que ele pode se recusar a usar ou pegar um item no início, mas depois perceber a necessidade, daí tendo que voltar e tentar novamente. Alguns itens difíceis de detectar podem atrasá-lo, embora a passagem do cursor pela tela ajude, assim como o estouro que faz ao tocar itens potencialmente úteis. Como na maioria dos jogos controlados por mouse, a navegação é simples. Basta apontar para onde você deseja que Brian vá e clicar para fazê-lo ir até lá. Ele tem apenas um passo de caminhada, mas você pode pular para novos locais clicando 2 vezes quando a seta aparece. Esse recurso e o uso de mapas em alguns capítulos certamente aceleram o jogo. O resto da interface é igualmente fácil de usar. Um cursor de lupa significa algo de interesse. Um de mão significa que você pode interagir com um item. E um balão de fala permite conversar com perguntas que surgem ao pé da tela. Ao clicar com o botão direito, você alterna entre as opções. Seu inventário é um saco de mercearia no topo da tela, ao lado do ícone para acessar os menus Salvar e Carregar e as opções de gráfico, som e legenda. O inventário se abre na área de jogo com slots em que você pode combinar itens facilmente. Brian aparece numa janela e às vezes some brevemente para remexer os itens e seguir as suas instruções. Num toque agradável e cômico. Se você demorar muito, ele se inclinará para fora da janela e baterá no cenário. Runaway é uma brincadeira alegre com alguns momentos genuinamente humorísticos. Apreciei particularmente os comentários de Brian no final, quando ele diz que se sente sacudido como um personagem de jogo de computador. E há espaço para pegar referências familiares a outras formas de entretenimento. Priscila, Rainha do Deserto, é óbvio, assim como Pulp Fiction e Contatos Imediatos do Terceiro Grau. E há alguns momentos sombrios também, quando inocentes são mortos pelos bandidos. Minha maior decepção foi Gina não ter outro papel a não ser parecer atraente e precisar de resgate. A oportunidade de dar a ela um papel real como Nico no Broken Sword ou Grace no Gabriel Knight é tristemente esquecida. Portanto, não se deixe enganar. Gina aparece na capa só para ficar bonita e não para sinalizar que é importante na história. Os gráficos são excelentes e funcionam na resolução 1024 por 768. São muito claros, coloridos e detalhados, com algumas personagens malucas, embora as cutscenes sejam um pouco borradas. Algumas cutscenes também são um pouco prolixas, mas no geral funcionam bem para levar a história adiante. A música é muito bem feita e a dublagem na versão em inglês é uniformemente boa. A classificação no Metzomagic.com é de 4 estrelas em 5. Agora digo eu, comprei o game no GOG, mas por incrível que pareça para um jogo original da Espanha, sem a opção de legendas em espanhol. Por questões de direitos autorais, o som e as legendas originais ficaram com a Pêndulo, enquanto as demais línguas com a Focus. Daí, para ter as vozes em inglês, tive que baixar o jogo no GOG, em vez da Pêndulo, em que forçosamente eu teria vozes e legendas só em espanhol. E usar o patch de legendas em castelhano do site clandlam.net, cortesia de Dark Padawan. Como sempre, manifestações sobre som, imagem e posição da câmera serão bem-vindas para ajustes acaso necessários.
My name's Brian. I'm here to tell you about something that happened to me a few weeks ago. But first, a question. Isn't it truly amazing that your life can be turned upside down in just 1/10 of a second? It can. And soon, you'll find out why. Let's not bore you with a lot of details about my life. I'll cut to the chase. I was born in New York 23 years ago, and growing up, I was always somewhat of a child prodigy. I studied at Columbia and finished my physics degree with honors last year. During the summer, I arranged interviews with several universities, hoping I'd get into a decent PhD program. And in the end, I was chosen by the best. Professor Silva at Berkeley offered me the chance to do my doctoral studies at the applied physics department he runs there. It was a dream come true. I packed my bags and got ready to move to California. I was ready to drive from coast to coast without stopping. I had no idea of the events that would take place within just a few days. About the mess I was going to get in. Strange people about to cross my path. The hundreds of dangers lurking behind every corner. Yes, it's quite an adventure. Let's go back to the beginning. As I told you, my old car and I were ready to go to California. I decided to take off at night and get a few miles behind me before dawn. I said goodbye to my parents, my sister, and my dog, and I got behind the wheel. That's when I remembered I forgot to pick up a book I'd ordered at a bookshop downtown in Manhattan. Luckily, it was one of those bookstores that stays open 24/7, so I decided to grab the book on the way. I could have asked them to mail it to me once I got to California, but no, I decided to go into Manhattan and get it myself. That one detour changed my life forever.
Nos arredores de New York City,
Oh my God!
Stay away. It's better if they don't see us.
She's unconscious. I'm taking her to the hospital.
We'll take care of her at the hospital.
Maybe that moron did the dirty work for us and she's already dead.
Maybe, but we better make sure.
It did. I'm telling you. On the way to the bookshop, I hit that girl with my car. I was scared stiff. She suddenly ran out in front of me. There was no way I could stop. Luckily for both of us, she wasn't that badly hurt. They did a bunch of tests on her at the hospital and said she had no major injuries. She was just in shock. So they decided to keep her under observation for 24 hours. A nurse took her to a room and gave her some strong medicine that put her to sleep. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it. The girl's name was Gina, and she was amazingly beautiful. The truth is, I had no reason to stick around, so I went to say goodbye to her and go on my way.
Please, don't leave. They want to kill me.
There, calm down. It's all over now. I hit you with my car, but you're fine. You're in a hospital recovering from...
No, I'm telling you, they want me dead. I've got to get out of here.
Who were they? Please, calm down and tell me why you think they want to murder you.
Something awful happened tonight, and I witnessed the whole thing. Look, I'm a singer. I work at the Pink Iguana, a trendy place with live shows. This evening, when I finished my act, my dad was waiting for me. He works for a secret government agency. He told me he needed to tell me something. He said it was an emergency.
Come a little closer.
Gina, kiddo, I'm in danger. I've gotten into a really big mess, and I'm afraid you're not safe either.
What's the matter, Daddy? Oh, you're frightening me.
There's no time to explain. They're right behind me. I need you to keep this crucifix, and no matter what happens, don't let them find out you have it. You can't trust anybody, not even the police.
But Daddy, please, tell me what's going on.
They're here. Quick, grab the crucifix, and don't let them see you with me.
It was awful. Some guys pulled my dad away and took him into the storeroom. I scrambled away just in time and got the crucifix without them seeing me. I followed them to the storeroom. They tied my dad to a chair and violently started interrogating him. These two henchmen wouldn't stop hitting him, and my heart froze when I saw who was giving the orders. The Sandretti brothers.
The famous mafia bosses? How'd your dad get mixed up with those guys?
I don't know, but they...
Get him to tell you what he knows. Beat the truth out of him, if you must.
Speak. Where is it?
I won't say a word. Damn you! You're gonna speak now. Speak or die. You choose. Go to hell!
It seems our friend doesn't want to cooperate. What a shame.
So, we got a tough boy on our hands. You're not easily convinced, huh? Boys, maybe you're being too soft on our little hero. Did you hear that? The boss says we're being softies.
Hi-ya! What are you doing?
Didn't you hear his neck crack? You killed him, man.
Up there.
You already know the rest of the story. I ran out through an alleyway, and when I crossed the street... Please, don't leave me. They'll kill me.
Don't worry, just rest for now. Go to sleep. I won't leave you. She fell asleep. Those tranquilizers must have taken effect. What a story. I don't know what to think. The poor thing is probably in shock from the accident. I bet she dreamt all this. But what if it's true? What if her life really is in danger? I can't just leave her here and forget all about it. I'd never forgive myself if something happened to her. Okay, that's it. I'm not leaving this hospital until I'm sure Gina's completely out of danger. But how are you supposed to act in a situation like this? Yeah, I think I'd better do something to protect Gina in case those mafia murderers she says want to kill her show up.
É, deve proteger a Gina. Aqui em cima o pacote de mercearia que é o inventário dele. Vamos ver a carteira.
I've got the letter Professor Silva sent me from Berkeley in there. In his letter, he offered me the opportunity to do my doctoral studies under his guidance in the applied physics department that he chairs. This has been my lifelong dream, and it's finally coming true. I hope this mess is cleared up fast so I can get to California. I still have the same car my folks gave me when I turned 16. After all this, I didn't get the darn book.
Nem foi pegar o livro.
I found this at an archaeological dig. There's a fossilized mosquito inside.
Vamos ficar demorando aqui sem fazer nada só para ver se é verdade que ele reclama. É verdade. E aí ele tava nerd ainda, ele não tava todo modernoso, de óculos escuros, de galã, como se fosse o tio Rubens, como ele faz nas apresentações aqui.
Help fight AIDS. She's sleeping so peacefully. It contains a description of her injuries and the name of her doctor. This chart's empty. Standard hospital linens. Organ donors needed. I suppose that's where the patients keep their personal belongings. I don't have the key. It belongs to Gina. She was carrying it when I ran her over.
A bolsa da Gina. Vou pegar. Ele vai pegar.
I'll keep it until Gina wakes up.
Agora vamos mandar que ele mexa na bolsa dela, né?
Let's see.
Ele abaixou, abriu a bolsa
A matchbox I might be able to use.
e pegou uma caixa de fósforos. Depois tem outras coisas na bolsa que ele não pega agora imediatamente. Isso é diferente dos jogos, da maioria dos jogos de aventura, né? Que tudo que tem numa bolsa ou numa carteira já saca de primeiro.
They're from a bar called the Pink Iguana. No, it's better if nobody knows I'm still here.
Não vai sair no corredor, ainda mais achando, se ele acha que é verdade a história dela.
It sprays water in case of fire.
O anti-incêndio que espalha água ali. Copo.
It's empty. It's cracked. Gina must have broken it when she took that sleeping pill. Those are the same kind of sleeping pills Gina took. Snoozetol, one of the finest brands on the market.
Poderoso sonífero.
Let's see. It's a map of this floor of the hospital. Here's the room I'm in. Here's the hall, and if I'm not mistaken, across the hall and just to the left of this room, there's a storeroom. That could be interesting.
Só que ele não sai no corredor, como é que ele vai pro outro lado para ir no depósito, né?
What can I say? It's just a toilet bowl. Nature isn't calling right now. And yes, I admit I'm pretty shy about doing certain things in public, okay? The faucet hasn't been attached to it, so it must be dry. Out of order. Well, I'm afraid the shower's out of order. There aren't even any faucets. Looks like the only part of the shower in working order. What could I do with a shower nozzle? Nah, I don't see what I could use that for. It's impossible to pull that out. It runs inside the wall. I like that Big Apple sticker. I can't. It's locked shut. It's one of those waste baskets that opens up when you step on the lever. Someone threw away a marking pen. It might still work.
Marcador de tinta, uma caneta marcadora.
It's jet black. It's a bottle of alcohol. This might come in handy.
Nem vai admirar o cabelo, nem nada. Não é o Gabriel Knight. Bem, para ir pro
The
depósito,
city is so peaceful at this time of night.
vai ter que ir pela janela.
Okay, I'll try to reach the storeroom by walking along the ledge. Hope I live to tell the grandkids. Yikes! I better not look down. I almost didn't make it. So, the map was right. This is the storeroom. Let's see what I can find in this dump. Looky here, a vademecum. I may be needing this.
Vademecum tem todos os remédios, todas as receitas.
There are several files inside labeled incoming and outgoing medicines from 1994 to 1998. Those files don't interest me. It's full of files, papers, and other hospital records. I think it weighs too much.
Não quer as fichas, nem o arquivo, nem nada.
At the medical school behind my department at the university, they had a bunch of these.
Vamos pegar então o boneco de medicina.
Okay, but I think I'll just take his head with me. His head's got a hole in one side so you can examine his brain. I don't want to partake in any further mutilation.
Não quer nenhuma outra parte do boneco.
I don't know what's inside, but they give me bad vibes. It's probably better to stay away from him. I don't want to catch some tropical disease.
Soro.
Too bad it's empty. I don't think I'll be needing it.
Suporte.
It's some kind of stand used to hang the little bottle of serum on a hook. No.
Travesseiro.
They're the pillows used in the patient's beds. I'll take them both. Well, they're big and very fluffy. They contain all sorts of medical equipment. I don't need any of that. They contain all sorts of medical equipment.
Spray.
Spray cleaner. I may be needing this. A box of syringes. I'll grab one. It's empty.
Agora ele já tem coisas para trabalhar, né? Tem mais alguma coisa para pegar aqui? Caixa de seringas.
One should be enough.
Uma só. Papel que sobra.
It's a medical information card that's put into the charts by the beds. It's blank.
Agora sim. A caneta com a ficha médica em branco.
Great. This marker's as dry as a bone. It won't work.
Está seco.
This marker's too narrow. I need a way to funnel alcohol into it.
Não dá para pôr o álcool direto nele. Seringa.
Now the syringe is full of alcohol.
Seringa com álcool.
Bet you that put some new life into the marker.
Agora a caneta deve escrever.
Good. You can't tell the difference between this and a real chart.
O que ele escreveu na ficha?
Patient, Tony Crabb. Dr. William M. Corgan. Diagnosis, appendicitis. Wow, this is thorough. It includes a description of almost every medicine known to man. I can't think of anything.
Colocar a doença na ficha, o medicamento. O medicamento do semilhão lá, do calmante dela.
That doesn't make sense.
Então não entendi.
Snoozitol, one of the finest brands on the market.
E por que eu não procurei esse?
That doesn't make sense. I don't know.
Já estou chutando aqui, usando qualquer coisa, tanto faz.
I don't think that's a good plan.
Trocar as fichas. Enganar que quem está na outra cama é a Gina.
Good. That way nobody will know it's Gina lying in this bed. Patient Gina Timmons. Dr. Enrique R. Atienzar. Remarks. Traffic accident. State of shock after nervous breakdown. No physical injuries. Probably not a very good idea if the bed is empty.
Enquanto a cama estiver vazia não é uma boa ideia. Vamos usar os travesseiros, então.
The pillows are perfect for the body, but you can tell the head doesn't belong to a real person.
Dá para notar que a cabeça não é de uma pessoa de verdade. É isso que eu disse, que ele já tinha que ter examinado a bolsa antes, né? Que agora a gente esquece que a bolsa está ali e que ainda tem coisas na bolsa.
Let's see. Yes, this wig is just what I was looking for.
Uma peruca loira.
I wonder why Gina wears a blonde wig. Perfect. That way no one can see the hole in his head.
Agora ficou uma cara bonita, não dá para notar aqui.
I need something to cover this all up to make it look more convincing.
O lençol, mas o lençol já tá aqui. Tenho que pegar o lençol para logo colocar de volta.
I may be needing this.
Tá.
Okay, if I use the pillows to look like the body, the head with the wig and a sheet to cover it all up a bit, I can make it look like a woman is sleeping here. That should do the trick.
Agora a ficha médica, então.
Perfect. That way they'll think it's Gina who's in the bed.
This isn't her. She must be the one in the other bed. Yes, say goodbye to the world, you little tramp.
Hey! Gina! Hey! Phew. She's just asleep. But those tranquilizers must have been made for elephants. Well, the important thing is, the trick worked and they shot the dummy in the other bed. So everything Gina told me was true. They actually do want to knock her off. It wasn't just her imagination. Okay, let's calm down, Brian. Right now, they think she's dead, which will buy us a bit of time. But we can't waste a minute. I gotta wake Gina up and get her out of this place before they find out she's alive and well.
Aquela hora que eu quis ler o vademecum para ver os remédios, ele não quis, isso que foi dito na resenha, né? Tem que esperar que ele precise, que ele tenha a ideia, e a gente não pode antecipar quase nada.
I'll try to figure out what it says about snoozitol, the sleep medication that Gina took. It says the effects are powerful and almost immediate. The patient sleeps for hours and can only be awakened by a nice cold shower. I don't think I'm strong enough to lug Gina into the shower, so I'll have to come up with another way of pouring cold water on her.
É. Tem a coisa do incêndio aqui e tem os fósforos. Dar-lhe uma ducha de anti-incêndio.
It's too high up. I won't be able to get the match close enough to set it off.
Muito alto. Ter que fazer um maçarico. Com álcool. Ah, spray.
No, I don't want to burn that. Good idea. I could use it as a flamethrower and make the sprinkler go off. The water would finally wake Gina up. Let's get to work. But careful, Brian. Don't broil your hand off. Ouch! Freeze! Ow!
Ah!
Now you wake up. Hurry, we've got to exit. Stage left at once.
But what's going on? This water, the smoke, fire!
I'll tell you later. Let me grab your stuff. You can change in the car. Come on, let's get to the parking lot.
Shoot a dummy instead of shooting me? Hey, I like your style. First, you try to run me down with your car, and then you save my life. Do you do this kind of thing very often?
No, I was just...
It's a good thing that you grabbed my purse, because otherwise we wouldn't have the crucifix my father gave me. Now, what we have to do is...
headed for the nearest police station. This is a very serious matter, and it has to be placed in the hands of the police.
No way. Let's keep the cops out of this, okay? If the government gets caught up in this, we don't know if we can trust them.
Gina, the people that killed your father are after you now. If we go to the police, they'll make sure that...
Read my lips. No, this is too big for the police, and we can't trust them. We have to find out what this crucifix means.
Look, this all seems crazy to me. It's your problem if you decide not to turn to the police, but I'm washing my hands of the whole affair. I'm on my way to California. They're expecting me at Berkeley, and...
I can't believe this guy. You practically turned me into roadkill, and now you want to feed me to the wolves? And here I was actually starting to believe you.
But...
Forget it. It's not worth it. Oh, why would you care if my father was killed? Why does it matter to you if I'm murdered or if my whole family's destroyed?
Okay already. Let me tell you what we're gonna do. I have a friend who's an anthropologist. He works at the Museum of Archaeology and Natural History in Chicago. Well, since it's practically on my itinerary anyway, I'll drive you there and we can try to figure out more about that crucifix, okay?
I knew I could count on you. You're a doll. Start this baby up. We can't waste any time. Hey, you know where my blonde wig is? I was carrying it in my purse, and now I can't seem to find it.
Não sei nada de peruca loira.
Have you confirmed that?
Yes, Don Roberto. Gustav is at the hospital right now. He's checked up on it. I can't see how that girl escaped. Looks like the guy who ran over her is along for the ride. They left the hospital together.
Useless idiots. Have you identified this man's car?
Yes, Don Roberto. We know the model, color, and license plate number.
At least you've done something, Theodore. Meet with Gustav and be prepared. As soon as we locate the vehicle, you're gonna go after them.
Whatever you say, Don Roberto. I assure you, we won't let them ditch us again.
I hope not.
Don't worry, Roberto. Those two couldn't have gotten very far.
Carlo, you know I'm thinking something here. I'm almost glad that girl's still alive.
What do you mean? That girl witnessed what happened, and if she talks, we're in big trouble.
I know that, but it's obvious she hasn't gone to the police. I wonder why.
I don't know. Maybe she's there right now.
I'll bet you $1 she won't stew on us. You know why? 'Cause she knows something. I think our men spoke with her before that animal Gustav broke his neck. Besides, why else would she have been in the storeroom?
Yeah, you may be right, brother. In which case, we gotta make her spill the beans. See what she knows.
You're right, Carlo. We'll do that. Now we gotta get out the warning to all our boys out there. Make sure everyone's on the lookout for that car.
I guess there's no other excuse for getting involved. Gina had me dazzled. I can't deny it. But what would you have done? A beautiful girl asks you for help, so what do? Kick her out of your car on some corner? I don't think so. It took us a whole day to get to Chicago because the old hunk of junk I drive is no race car. Along the way, we stopped to have some snacks and keep the car from overheating. We took turns driving so both of us could get in some shut-eye. We got to the museum pretty late, but my friend Clive knew we were on the way, so he waited up for us.
O crucifixo misterioso.
Well, we made it to the museum. Let's park in the back.
Esse aí é do Broken Sword, o espelho esfumaçado.
Ricky? Hey, it's Bunchkin Bob here. I'm calling from Chicago, and guess what? I just saw that car you're looking for. I swear I haven't had a drink, and I'm sure it's the same car. Yeah, a dopey-looking guy with some gal. They went into the Museum of Archaeology and Natural History. Sure thing, I'll tail them.
So, you're trying to find out the precise origin of this crucifix. It must be quite important for you to have come all the way here at this time of night.
It really is, Clive, but there's no time to explain. What can you tell us about the crucifix?
I can assure you it's a matter of life and death.
Well, all right. Let's see. Quite a while ago, the museum trustees acquired the latest three-dimensional scanner for the museum's analysis laboratory. It's capable of analyzing the composition of any object, dating it, and performing a morphological study in order to catalog it. It has the most thorough art and archaeology database that exists in the whole world. We could most certainly use the scanner to delve into the origin of the crucifix.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go straight to the lab now.
Just one moment. Not so fast. Our first predicament is the poor condition the crucifix is in. It's obviously coated with a layer of filth that will make it impossible for the scanner to perform an accurate analysis. We must restore the crucifix first, if the scanner is to work properly.
Well, let's restore it then. You can do it, can't you, Clive?
I'm afraid not. I'm an anthropologist, not a restoration specialist. That sort of job must be performed by Dr. Oliver, the museum's finest art restorer. She just happens to work down the corridor at the restoration laboratory. She's there at this very moment.
Yes, let's go talk to her now.
Hold on, there's another problem. In 3 days, the museum will be opening an exhibition on Mayan art. We're already behind schedule, and Dr. Oliver is overwhelmed with work, trying to restore all the pieces for the exhibition. I'm truly sorry, but you'll have to wait for the doctor to finish her work before having the crucifix restored. And I doubt that will happen for at least 3 days.
3 days? No way. I can't wait 3 days. Professor Silva's waiting for me in California.
This is unbelievable, Brian. You're already thinking of leaving me here defenseless?
No, I wouldn't do that. But I can't wait for 3 days either. I'm gonna talk with this doctor and try to get her to restore the crucifix tonight.
Oh dear. You can try to, Brian, but I'm warning you. Susan Oliver is not an easy woman to sway. If I were you, I certainly wouldn't dare make such a proposition until she's completed all her work for the exhibition.
Well, I have to try. You said she was next door, right?
Yes, through the first door on the left when you leave my office. Good luck, my friend. You'll be needing it. Listen here, Gina. What do you say if we take a little stroll around the museum and I show you some of its hidden mysteries?
A stroll?
I see you haven't changed a bit, Clive. Anyway, we'll meet up here in a little while.
I don't know. Well, all right. Let's take a stroll.
O Lobinô já quer passear com a Gina.
Hello? Dr. Oliva?
Yes, who are you?
Pleased to meet you, Doctor. My name's Brian Basco. I brought you an object to be restored. It's a crucifix which...
Listen, boy, this wretched son of a Utsitsa has taken me 2 weeks of work to finish. And all of the numbered objects on these shelves here have to be restored by the time the Mayan art exhibition opens in 36 hours.
But this is an emergency, Doctor. There are lives at stake.
My life will be at stake if the items on those shelves aren't ready for the exhibition, all right?
Doutor, é vital que esse crucifixo seja restaurado agora mesmo.
Doctor, it is of the utmost importance that you restore this crucifix right now.
Look here, boy. Didn't I make myself clear? I have to restore all of the numbered items on the shelf. Every last one. In 36 hours. If I don't have a hernia first, that is.
O que é o filho de Uktsa?
What is the son of Uxitsa?
It's the most important piece on display at the Mayan exhibition. A stone mask with a large ruby set in the forehead. It was recently found at a temple in Piedras Negras in Honduras. I've been working to restore it and leave it in perfect condition for 2 weeks. I have no doubt that it will be the centerpiece of the exhibition.
Suponho que você esteja orgulhosa do seu trabalho.
You must take pride in your work.
Despite a lack of certain indispensable means, my work has been praised by the most prestigious of journals. So yes, I suppose there is a reason to feel pride.
Você é especialista em arte maia?
Are you a specialist in the art of the Maya?
I'm a specialist in art. A professional, if you know what that word means.
Onde está essa máscara?
Where's the mask you mentioned?
It's such a priceless piece that it won't be placed in the exhibit until the very last moment. It's held in a special vault that's kept at the ideal temperature and humidity needed to preserve the mask.
que consiste exatamente o seu trabalho?
Just what does your work consist of?
My job is to restore works of art. And let me tell you something. No one in the world does it better than I do.
O que está fazendo agora?
What are you doing right now?
Right now, I'm using a small lathe to clean up any flaws on the object. Then a laser smooths it out.
Então essa daí que eu preciso para tirar o limo do crucifixo.
How are the pieces cataloged?
The museum uses the latest scanner, which examines the piece using radiation. After determining the age and makeup of the item, the database is searched and a report is issued. Of course, an expert opinion is required at that point.
Eu pensava que um museu desta categoria teria meios melhores.
I thought a museum like this would have more resources.
Thinking is so simple. Don't you think I might work more efficiently if you leave me alone?
Deve ser muito interessante trabalhar neste museu.
Must be pretty interesting to work in this museum.
It could be interesting if I were an employee, but actually, I'm a downtrodden slave. I've been asking for an assistant to help me get this department in shape for months, and the only thing I get back are letters about a lack of funds. They're a swarm of parasites, I'm telling you!
I'll just let you work.
Fine.
Mas não dá tempo de eu usar nada enquanto ela tá fora. Ela já vem toda esquisita e senta de volta e fica usando a máquina.
If I get a pro to fix it, I can find out more about it.
Deve ter a ver com isso. Quando ela sai, eu deveria usar ali. Mas ela já volta.
I don't like that idea. That doesn't seem like a very good idea to me. The tank is half full. I'm not thirsty. It seems like a kind of old-fashioned model. I can't take that.
Estragar a máquina laser?
Some of the objects have a numbered sticker under them. The number must show what order they're supposed to be restored in.
Ah, eu posso pegar o número, fazer que nem o Beetlejuice.
I don't think any of these things will help me at all. Could be a briefcase full of varnish. I'll take this one here. It's colorless, but it could come in handy.
Esmalte incolor?
It's colorless and looks a lot like nail polish. It's colorless and looks a lot like nail polish. You can't just varnish anything. It doesn't look very powerful. I think it could be made stronger by putting in a larger ruby.
Vai pegar o rubi da máscara, então?
I think all of those objects have been restored already. There's nothing here for me to use. Helium. Helium. I think it weighs too much. It looks like some sort of talcum powder container. This might come in handy. Now, why would you want to dust that?
Ah, isso é para passar pó, não para tirar. Pensei que era uma escova para tirar as impurezas.
It's empty. No.
Pra cá não tinha mais nada, né?
That doesn't seem like a very good idea to me.
Nem com a máquina, nem com o laser.
There's something inside. Let's take a look. It's an empty package of coffee. I don't know what I'd need that for.
É, mas pega, não sabe pra que vai precisar, mas
I hope the museum doesn't go up in flames like Gina's hospital room did. I don't need it.
máquina de café,
There are different types of coffee. Cappuccino, espresso, cafe au lait, ice blended mocha. I think the little red light that's on means it's out of coffee. Impossible! It's out of coffee! I can see that Gina and Clive have gone on that casual little stroll around the museum. There's no doubt about it. Clive's the same old guy as ever. He'd ignore his own mother to chase after a woman. It's chock full of books and exotic items. I wouldn't mind lifting that skull, but I don't think Clive would ever forgive me. There's not a soul in the street. Just that munchkin over there, who seems to be waiting for someone.
É, o anão tá lá cuidando.
Let's see. This is a 2-volume treatise on anthropology. I was never very interested in this subject, but I may need the books to find my way around the museum. Hey, look what was hidden under the books on the table. It's an X-shaped crack. Kind of looks like a keyhole to open a lock. I can't think of what to do.
Como é que vai abrir essa fechadura?
That doesn't fit into the crack.
Com algo que encaixe ali.
I love that mask in the middle. No, I don't need any of that. No doubt about it, the laboratory for doing analyses has got to be behind the store. It's impossible to open manually. It's a public phone. No, I don't feel like calling anyone. Check out this large bone. Must be from some prehistoric animal. No, it's too big for my mother's Shar-Pei.
É, o da limpeza tá lá curtindo o som.
I don't know much about art, but this all looks amazing. I guess it's some Mayan god. It's impossible to move. It's a human figure dressed as a king with some kind of bowls at his feet. I guess those objects represent the offerings the Maya made to their kings and gods. They look like bowls and pitchers. I don't think I'll be needing any of that right now. Just amazing. From the little I know, Mayan civilization has always been shrouded in mystery and superstition. They've even been linked with extraterrestrials. I'm clueless, but something tells me this must have been some sort of altar or a sacred part of the Mayan culture. I'd say it's a small bucket. This looks like a teapot. I believe it's nothing more than a big cup. I better not. They'd notice if it was gone. Besides, I can't think of what I'd use it for.
E o balde.
I better not. They'd notice if it was gone. Besides, I can't think... Triceratops, late Cretaceous, found in North America, Alberta, Colorado, Montana, South Dakota, Saskatchewan, and Wyoming. Tyrannosaurus rex, late Cretaceous era, found in North America, Alberta, Montana, Saskatchewan, Texas, and Wyoming. As far as I can tell, this job's no skin off his back. Hello?
Hey, you're a friend of Clive's, aren't you? I saw you come in with him and that hot babe.
Yes, my name is Brian Basco.
Brian? Dude, what a name! Are you a geek or what? I'm Willie. I'm in charge of administration here at this dump.
Administration? You mean maintenance and all that, right?
No, dude. I mean, I'm gonna snack you silly if you don't quit yapping. I'm not a maid, I'll have you know. This whole museum would go to pot if it wasn't for me. And besides, you should know that I run my own small business.
Okay, guy, calm down. What kind of small business are you running?
Let's just say I represent a laboratory equipment factory. Here, take one of my cards in case you need any of our fine products.
William P. Dustin, laboratory equipment. There's a phone number on it. Thanks, I'll keep it in mind.
Sobre esse seu negócio...
About that business of yours?
Hello? Hey, Mr. Potter! Yeah, you know, it's always a pleasure to do business with you. What do you need this time? 100x eyepiece for an optical microscope? I'll have to see if they're in stock, but I probably can. Let me check with the warehouse, okay? Call me back in 10 minutes. Sure. We'll discuss price later. Same to you, Mr. Potter. See ya. Hey, dude, let's drop the small talk. I got other affairs going on. Well, you know how it is. Business is business.
Okay, goodbye. He's going up the stairs. Let's see where to. Look at him jive along.
Eu vou usar
No way! Willie knows the combination to get into the analysis laboratory. I don't know how he got the combination because I highly doubt he's authorized to go in there. Now I think I know where the laboratory equipment factory that Willie supposedly represents is really located.
Ele vai ter que pôr o esmalte ali para pegar as impressões nas teclas.
I'd better wait for Willie to leave the laboratory.
Ah, é para fazer isso, mas tem que esperar ele sair do laboratório. Tem a ideia da Abá também de colocar crucifixo ali como próximo item a restaurar.
Cool. I'll trade it for the object that's next on the list to be restored. Done. The doctor didn't even notice.
Boa, Bá. Seu palpite era certeiro. E daí ele pegou essa mãozinha esquisita aqui.
The way it's shaped, it'd be a spiffy bottle opener.
Por hoje vamos ficando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, torcida, desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.